Hi everyone, this is Krista and welcome to the Feminine Takeoff. I am currently at a conference. I'm at work, but I wanted to take some time to make this video for us. And this is actually going to be a really exciting topic that I'm going to be talking about. And the topic of today's video is actually going to be how to be more feminine on a very basic level. If you're just starting on your femininity journey and you don't even know where to start in your femininity journey, these steps will help you get started or continue the beginning of that journey. So let's begin, shall we? So point number one in how to be feminine is clean up. Okay, when I say clean up, I mean clean up in many ways. Femininity does not thrive in clutter. So when I say clean up, I don't mean only your home. Yes, I mean that too, but I will get to that in a moment. So when I say clean up, I also mean clean up your heart space. Okay, what does your friendship group look like? Are you happy with them? Are they kind people? What is the tribe around you, the people around you? Are they always nitpicking at you? Are they always making you feel like you have to defend yourself? If that is the case, then you need to clean up that group. Okay, so clean up your heart space, your relationship, your friends, your acquaintances, and also clean up your living space. Okay, you cannot thrive or just be feminine in a cluttersome or even worse in a dirty environment. So just ladies, focus on cleaning your home. Keep a tidy home. Even if you have roommates or if you're living with someone or if you have a really small space, begin by just making that small space or whatever area or corner of that small space belongs to you. Take care of that corner. Okay, put a vase of flowers there, even if it is fake flowers, even if it is flowers from the dollar store or the Dollar General, like a cheaper flowers, or even if it's a faux flower. Just emphasize on keeping your space clean and add a small touch of femininity to that clean space. It really will do your heart and your femininity some good. And last place is clean up your consumption. Okay, so what you are ingesting, not only what you're ingesting inside of your body, the food you're eating, the people, if you are in a relationship or if you're married, whoever you are interacting with has to be someone that is good for you. If you are dating, you're not married, ladies, you know how I feel about this. You should not be giving your body to someone who is not clean, who doesn't give you a safe space, who does not make you feel clean and good. So be really mindful in what you put in your mind, what you put in your heart, what you put in your womb space also. Okay, so that even includes news, friendship, conversation, topics, gossips. Just clean up your life where you have a clean, energetically fulfilling energy around you. That is so important, especially in the beginnings of your femininity journey, because as you begin your femininity journey, you're not only focusing on your external appearance, but you're also focusing on what is happening inside. So when you focus on having a clean life, clean friendship, clean minds, clean heart, clean body, clean womb space, then you can really enjoy your femininity. So it wouldn't feel like it's a facade that is being performed only for the people on the outside, but you're also focusing on you, what is happening inward. Forgive me, y'all, this is my first time recording in public. I've always recorded outside, but privately. So this is the first time that I am talking in public, and oh my god, it is not for the faint-hearted. It truly requires some confidence. But anyway, back to cleaning up in point number one. Exercise is also a really important part of cleaning up. So when you exercise, you are cleaning up your health. You are sweating any toxins that you have accumulated when you're exercising. So exercise, just clean up your mind, your body, your home space, etc. Okay, so now let's move on to point number two, shall we? Point number two is actually going to be add more productive rest into your life. As a feminine being, femininity requires rest. Okay, oftentimes it's the masculine, or masculinity is what does and what has to compete, what has to do this, what has to do that. But femininity, you are able to do this, that, and all what that encompasses when you rest, when you give yourself rest, it is like you're giving yourself a gift. Okay, ladies? Also, rest is not just sitting down anxiously. So when I say rest, I don't mean if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling bored, so you put on some TV show and you're laying, being a couch potato or a bed potato, and you're eating something, or maybe you're not eating, but you're just sitting there or laying there like a vegetable. This is not what I mean by when I say productively rest. But what I mean is even the intention behind the resting. As you're replenishing yourself, think of resting as replenishing or even recharging your battery as a feminine being. So as you're resting, feel free to even tell yourself, I am resting, I am replenishing myself, I am pouring into myself, I am giving solace, this peace and solace to myself so that I can enhance my femininity. I kid you not, once you start truly embracing your rest, your femininity, your self-replenishment, your best ideas will come to you while you are resting, while you are in your peace of mind, while you are calm, just watching the birds or nature, or just sitting down enjoying just silence and peace. This is where your most brilliant ideas will come to you. And honestly, that is how the idea of my channel, the name of my channel, came to me. I was resting. I was in a spa and I was just sitting there enjoying the amenities, enjoying the sauna, enjoying the steam room. And I was just resting, laying, going back and forth, laying in the lounge chairs. I came up with this idea, and so many great things that I've accomplished in my personal life have come from when I just sat down with myself and just rested. So feminine ladies, I encourage you resting. It's so important. And even another way that you can rest is by just simply laying down or sitting down reading. If you're in nature, if you're sitting on the beach, sitting under a tree, or sitting in your home, in your living room, in your bedroom, as you are resting, read something. If you feel like you can't just sit with yourself or you don't want to meditate, then read something. Read a book, listen to a podcast, listen to an audiobook. Passively consume things that replenish you intellectually, replenish you morally, replenish your heart space, your womb space, and just your femininity overall. Okay, so take time to rest. Don't feel bad about laying down. Don't feel bad about sleeping. Don't feel bad about, what do the girlies call it nowadays? Dilly dally. Don't feel bad about that. This is when you will get your truly inspirational ideas, and where you can truly just rest even more in your femininity. So ladies, sit pretty. So point number 3 in how to become more feminine is wear things that make you feel feminine. Okay, I told you ladies, I don't like to wear jeans. You wouldn't catch me dead wearing jeans unless I'm getting paid for it. I am wearing jeans today. It is because I'm at work and my client required me to wear jeans. I'm getting paid for it, of course, but what I mean to say is wear things that make you feel good. Even as I'm wearing jeans, I have a work blazer on, but I also have this cute little what can I say, how do you call this, tweed. I have this cute little tweed jacket that I throw on when I am sitting down, my break, or even my makeup, my lipstick, my purse, and so on and forth. Just find and wear things that make you feel more feminine. Even if it's not something, if you are in an environment where you can't always wear something that's soothing or soft to you, even if it's just a bracelet, even if it's just earrings, okay? And especially as far as fabrics, wear soft fabrics. So even cotton, heck, if it is polyester, if you can afford a certain fabric or certain thing, don't go and throw your money or the little bit of money that you have or maybe don't have on something that you can't truly afford. That's not what I mean by being feminine or wearing things that make you feel feminine. What I mean is, with whatever little tools you have, use that to invest in a piece or to just get a piece that makes you feel more soft. So linen, silk, satin. When I first began my femininity journey, I found actually true authentic silk wear at Goodwill, at what is it, thrifting. At thrifting, I found authentic 100% silk, and I would just take it to the dry cleaner so they can nicely clean it, nicely press it, nicely steam it, and then that wardrobe actually end up looking even more elevated. So you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on one article of clothing that is silk because it is a feminine fabric. Go to the thrift stores, go to the consignment stores if that's the only thing you can afford. And finally, I also want to say, don't be afraid of wearing fast fashion, okay? If fast fashion is all you can afford at the time, or all you have your hands on, that's the clothing you have available to you, okay? So wear it. Don't let anybody pressure you into breaking the bank or into whatever social cause or whatever ideas they have in their mind, that this is what you should do and wear, especially if you don't have the means to do it, ladies. So again, the point number 3 in how to become or feel more feminine: embrace feminine clothing, and also avoid clothing that makes you feel constricted. So anything that is like the fabric is harsh, even for example jeans. I told you I don't like to wear jeans unless I'm getting paid for it. I am at work, so I do. My client requires me to wear this outfit that I'm wearing right now, but again, just wear something that makes you feel not so constricted. And also, ladies, sleepwear matters, okay? So when we are being feminine or dressing feminine, we're not only being feminine for the public or when everyone is watching. We are also feminine for us. It really starts with us and for us first. So some of you have seen my videos of me waking up, my morning routines, and you see where even down to my pajamas, even down to the underwear that I am wearing, it is something that it truly makes me feel feminine. I have my silk pajamas, I have my satin pajamas, my satin robes. I am a single woman, so no one is looking at me when I'm sleeping, but you know what? I'm looking at me. I am with me. So it's so important to focus on wearing things that are comfortable to you. Your lounge wear has to be feminine too, because again, femininity is about your comfort. You are beginning your femininity journey for you, and then everyone else gets that. Your femininity gets revealed to everyone else eventually as you grow into it. All right, ladies. And also wear things that are clean. You can wear the most nicest outfit. If it has stains on it, it's not clean, or it smells bad, you are not going to be comfortable. You're going to be like, worried about moving a certain way because you're going to be worried if you smell or so on and forth. So just be clean. Emphasize on a hygiene. There are so many YouTube videos on feminine hygiene or just hygiene overall, how to smell good, how to be soft. Just focus on that as well. It's not only your clothing that have to be feminine, but they have to be clean, smell feminine, and just smell clean overall. And final point, in point number 3, wear clothing that makes you feel safe. And that is a question that only you can answer. What makes you feel safe? For example, I'll never forget when I used to live in a certain part of New York, and I lived in a part where I would walk inside of my building and I would see just men sitting in that area. And so I remember when I would walk past them, I felt safe with myself. Why? Because everything that I was wearing was elegant. I wasn't wearing anything revealing. I wasn't wearing, excuse the term, but booty shorts or anything. I was wearing knee-length dresses or skirts. I was dressed very modestly. So when you dress modestly, or whatever modesty means to you, that means that you are dressed also for your safety. It's not only to reduce the male gaze, but it's for you to feel comfortable in maneuvering through life in society, especially when in a world where it is unsafe to be around certain types of people, especially as a feminine being. And last but not least, in point number 3, dress presentable. Steam your clothing, iron your clothing, let them hang to dry, or let the wrinkle falls off. A secret that I do since I travel so much is sometimes I pack a mini steamer with me, a mini iron with me, but sometimes when there's no space in my luggage, what you do is you run the shower hot, and so while it's steaming, you hang your clothes inside somewhere where the water is not hitting it, but it is still in that steamy area, and all of the wrinkles wrinkles will completely fall off. That is a little trick that I've learned while traveling, and it has been doing wonders. I even use it at home when I'm getting ready for something and I don't have time to steam or iron my clothes. I just put it while I'm showering. The steam will make all the wrinkles fall off. Again, as you cultivate your femininity and you ask, what makes me feel feminine? What outfits makes me feel feminine? Is it dresses? Is it pants? Is it loose pants? Whatever it is, you can also ask yourself these questions while you are resting. Okay, so you're not resting just doing nothing, but you're resting, replenishing yourself, asking yourself questions that are conducive to your femininity journey, you see. So now let's move on to point number 4. Point number 4 in how to be more feminine is find a way to be financially secure. Okay, femininity does not depend on anyone, especially if that someone is not a secure source of dependence. Okay, so for me, it's so important. You all know I've been engaged before. I have dated people who have I've only dated providers, but I also keep a steady focus on my livelihood and charge of my financial life. So I go to work. I'm at work right now. That's why I'm wearing this blazer and these jeans. But again, just to be feminine, you cannot be feminine if you're not safe. And in a world where finances provide safety, money provides safety and confidence and tools, you have to have a way to augment yourself financially. If you are under your parents' care currently right now, that's okay. That is where you focus in school, focus on business ideas, so that when you are growing, as you are evolving out of the care of your parents, you are also finding a way to maintain the care that they've provided for you. If you're already an adult, you think, how do I clean up my debt if you have any debt? How do I make sure I have good credit in case I need to get something that requires good credit, apartment, a house, a mortgage, a car, or whatever the situation is? You have to be mindful of your financial situation and stability as a feminine being. That is the most important thing, or if not one of the most important things, to be as a feminine woman. A feminine woman, you will never be feminine or truly feminine if you're worried about your livelihood, if you're worried about money to buy food, money to pay bills, money. People will take advantage of you, and you will never be feminine if you're not financially literate and safe and mindful of yourself. So that was point number 4. Focus on financial safety and literacy as a feminine being, because it will take you so far. So point number 5 in how to be more feminine is forgive yourself, ladies. If you make mistakes, gently correct those mistakes. Gently correct yourself. I'll give you a funny example. So this morning today, I was driving to work and I was in a little bit of a rush. And so a pedestrian was walking, and I stopped for them to walk. And once they started walking, they just stopped in front of my car. And I was thinking the rudest things to them. I didn't say anything, but I was just looking at them and I was thinking such negative things. And right away I said, Krista, this is not how we speak to humanity, even if it is in our minds, even if it is in inner dialogue. I don't want to have mean, negative thoughts about people, even if they are doing something that is unfavorable. So right after I said that, I laughed about it and I was like, Krista, you all know, some of you know, my inner voice calls me princess. So I said, Princess, we are not gonna have these mean thoughts. And that's it. I forgave myself and just changed the narrative. So if you change your mind, also embrace the new change, okay? Forgive yourself that you said, oh my God. And even recently, I completely had to cut someone out of my life that meant the world to me. But I had to do it, and I've always took them in and out of my life, but I finally make the decision that this is no more. They just had to be out for good. And ladies, it hurt me to the core. It broke my heart. And it broke my heart that I even let them back in, where like a yo-yo game to my heart and to myself. But you know what? I forgive myself. I've embraced the lessons that I've learned, and I just let it go. And I just realized that what I had to do for myself was what I had to do. And I always give this analogy. When you realize that you've been doing the wrong thing, it's okay to say, you know what? Now I know. Now I'm deciding, even if it's for the 10th time. Now I'm knowing better, and I'm going to continue to do better. So ladies, just embrace whatever you are doing as a feminine being, even if at the time it doesn't seem like, it makes sense to other people. If it makes sense to you, embrace it and forgive yourself for your mistakes, so that way you don't walk around in shame or guilt, because you cannot be feminine if you're truly walking around in shame, guilt, and even lack of forgiveness to yourself. So feminine ladies, just learn to forgive yourself. Meditate, do inner work, whatever tools you can use to forgive yourself. And also remember, ladies, everything you do is for the betterment of your life. If you've decided that everything I do is for my best, is for the best for me, even if it doesn't make sense to other people, you know that you will never let you down, or you've decided that you will not let you down. So you have to forgive yourself in order to come to terms that everything I do is for my best. Okay? Once you know that, you can easily forgive yourself, ladies. And always remember, feminine ladies, nurture yourself first. When you nurture yourself and give yourself care and love, you are nurturing a member of your community, and that member is you. When you're kind to yourself, you are being kind to a member of your community, and that member is you. You are now becoming a better you for the world, for your friends, for your family, for you. So emphasize on that. Femininity is not just to wear pretty dresses and so on and forth, but you're just bettering yourself, softening yourself, your life for you, so that it trickles on to for the people around you. It's good for everyone involved, ladies. Anyway, that will be all for today. Thank you so much for taking time to watch me here with the Feminine Takeoff. And as always, we take off to better ourselves. Mwah. Okay, now I gotta go to work.